If you made it this far in the video, comment the word tomato, because that's what you are if you don't watch the entire video. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. I don't make the rules. Welcome back to Cave Colonization, episode 69. Alright, we are over here today, right next to Copperville Commons and Copperville Square. I originally said I wanted to build a house here, but I never did. So I finally am building something here, but it's not going to be a house, it is going to be another shop. I've already started building, so I don't have to say, alright, let's start building. But this is going to be another one of those episodes where I don't really have anything to talk about, because I really don't. Like, kind of the only thing I could talk about is school, but school is boring. But I mean, I guess it's kind of important, so I will just get it out of the way. But basically, finals are coming up soon. We've got like, I think just 2 weeks and then finals week. So that's both cool and also stress inducing because I have a lot of stuff to do. Finals coming up soon. So yay, I miscounted the amount of, oh wait, no, I was about to say, wow, bruh. But no, it's fine. There's some things. Stream lights. I think it's already time for the roof, to be honest. So I'm gonna do that really quickly and then continue. Alright, the roof's done about as much as it needs to be. There's not much need to build much more than this, although it looks like I did miss a slab there. Alright, so that's all filled in now. And I can continue my thought, which was finals are coming up, so lots of school, and I don't really want to delay a cave colonization episode, but next episode is going to be the floor showcase, so I don't really want to delay that, but because of like how much school I have, it might end up getting delayed, and I'll explain a little bit more about that once I explain like what this build is, because I haven't really said anything about it. But this is a build that uses, oops, that's not what I meant to do. This is a build that uses a lot of strange blocks, and this build is called Ernie's Exotics. It's the title build, which I'm probably going to call the video, and it's basically just a collection of blocks that I don't use a lot. I don't think the corner bush goes there. Yeah, just like kind of odd blocks that I don't really use. I thought it'd be cool to have a build that just, you know, kind of uses some of them because I rarely use any of them. So that's what this is, and yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a block I haven't used, Gilded Blackstone. Never used that before. I'm placing blocks in all the wrong places. There's a shelf up here and a shelf above the Gilded Blackstone, and there's one here. I think there's one there, and then I think this last trapdoor goes outside. And we've got a couple of interesting items hanging on the wall and on this table, like a blue, what was that called? Tube coral fan. One point I do have is that, well, I didn't really fix it, but I changed it so my phone's screen timeout would be longer, so it's like a minute. Why do I have a sweet berries? Is that part of the build? Oh yes, it does go here. And a popped coarse fruit. So I changed it so it would stay awake for longer, and I appear to have miscounted flower pots because I need one more to put this blue orchid in a flower pot up there, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but oh well, we move on. I think this corner bush uses birch and then dark oak leaves. I've never used dark oak leaves. I actually didn't have any. I had to go collect some. And then some candles up here. Can I plus please? Okay, there we go. Now I just need to right click on the candle to place on the rest of them and light them. It is still not on for very long. I changed it to a minute because I don't want like the battery to die like instantly, but that's helpful. I don't have to be complaining about it as much anymore. And then we have some sea pickles. I don't think I've used these either. That was like the whole point of this build, to use blocks I haven't used before. So the sea pickles are looking a little bit bare, so to light them up we just place water on them, and the water just sits there like that, which is cool, I guess. And yeah, there should be a flower pot up there that has the blue orchid in it. And the blue orchid isn't really a block I haven't used a lot of before. I just don't have that many. And we got some interesting choices for bushes outside. That is deep slate. It is not a bush. And we're already basically done with one build. We got a fence on all of these. I think the dark oak trapdoor goes here, and then the lantern goes here, and then the sign. I don't have a door. Bruh. I guess I'll have that door later. The sign says Ernie's. That's not how you spell Ernie. Ernie's Exotics, and then established 1737. I missed a period. I think it's 1737 anyway. Let me actually quickly check. It should be, I think it's 1 year after Glodland Crocker over here. Another building in the 1700s, like, you know, the rest of them down here. That's kind of the consistent theme. And I need to build a path and also find a door for this build. But hey, that fits very snug in the wall there. I think that's kind of cool though, right? Surely. Kind of goes with all the rest of these that they're also snug in the wall. Alright, for the next build, we're over here next to the Christmas land, and the next couple of builds, I guess the next 2 builds for the rest of this video, are just going to be like generic house builds. At least for this build I brought a door, so that's good. This staircase is also on the wrong side. So I built these houses. They're identical to the ones that I built already, that I just kind of pre-built a couple of these. You know, I already built one, so I didn't really feel the need to go back and build more. And I did build some of these as well in, well, I built them off camera in episode something past. I don't remember. It's the one, it's Crystal Cave Finale. I built some more of these. So I did say in one of those episodes that was relevant that I was going to copy paste this house a couple times. And I did, just maybe not when you were expecting. So generic interior, I guess I should explain why there might be a delay because of school. And it's because there's actually like a lot to do still on this floor. I should put the door in. It just is stuff that I won't do in episode because it's like a lot of just kind of placing down grass and dirt and just kind of fixing the floor in that way. It's just kind of boring stuff that I don't think really needs to be shown on camera. So I'm not going to show it. I already have birch slabs and stairs in here. Interesting. I guess I put these back so they're not like in my inventory because I feel like, okay, I did just flip a trapdoor. I heard the trapdoor flip. I forgot to finish it downstairs, so I should probably do that like before I move on to the upstairs. Yeah, I just thought I'd build some, I just turned on caps lock. I just thought I'd build some generic houses because I think I said a long time ago in some episode about the third floor that I wanted it to just be a lot of just housing. And also I had this gigantic area here that I never really did anything with, so I figured, you know, I might as well. But yeah, a lot of boring stuff like placing grass, and there are a few like extraneous things I want to do, but nothing that warrants a full episode. For this episode, I thought I'd just kind of, you know, build some extra houses, and yeah, that's kind of it. As far as recent episodes go, this will probably be a shorter one and less interesting episode. I know I said I wanted the last couple of episodes to be like really good. I did plan out like a schedule for episodes beforehand, and episode 69, or it could have been actually a different episode number as well. I think it was originally 68, was just kind of like extraneous stuff, and then I just ended up not wanting to do that on camera because I figured it would just be not very interesting. And I think I'm right, because who wants to watch me like place down, these should be spruce, who wants to watch me place down dirt and then watch it grow into grass for like 2 hours? I know if I was watching these videos, I probably wouldn't want to watch that. And you can see all that stuff in episode 70, and because there's going to be like a lot to do, that's why there might be a delay. I don't know if I ever actually finished saying that. I have noticed recently that I'm really bad at just making a coherent thought. I always like interrupt myself and then get distracted and start a new thought, and then I never really actually finish what I'm saying, which is kind of annoying, but you know what? It is what it is. Can I place this bed, please? Thank you. So, oh well. I gotta understand that I am not the best speaker, and a lot of episodes of Cave Colonization somehow hasn't really helped that, but oh well. I guess, you know, that's, where does this shelf go? Thinking it goes, well, it can't go on that, so I guess it must go here. Can I jump over here? Yes, I can. I think that looks about right. I have 3 extra glass panes. I've missed some windows on the downstairs floor. Okay, one of these doesn't go here. It should be a spruce stair. Do I actually have one of those? Not in there. I do, okay, sweet. So we put that there. This last lantern goes up here, and then we just have some random things on the shelves, including a cornflower, 4 blue candles, unlit of course, and a small amethyst bud. And then I do have 5 carpet left to put downstairs, and a painting which goes upstairs. And I think I'm gonna do the smart thing and block this off because I know it's not gonna be the correct dimensions that I want. All right, now I have to figure out where the windows go. One goes here, another goes here, and then I guess right here. So this house is on this path, which if I follow, we've got 2 other small houses, which I guess I'll show off in episode 70, the floor showcase, and that leads right back here to Charizard's house, the first one of these that I built. So the exterior decoration from this one I'll add to that one, and then the granite factory. The granite factory? Granite mine. And I think that's everything for this build, actually. I'll handle the exterior decoration off camera because it's just like the same thing. Although I do have, go up to the roof, because this building does have a chimney. Is it here? No, I don't think so. I think right here. Damn, I was kind of close, but no dice. So right here is where the chimney is. I don't actually have like another block of andesite. I'll use a cobblestone for now, and then I guess 2 cobblestone, and then a campfire, and then put the trapdoors on in the right. Wow, I broke the right one and left the wrong one. Look, there's iron right there. And that's another house done. All right, the last build we're doing is another one of those houses. There was actually another house. Is that moss block new? I think so. There's actually another house right there, and the inside of it looks like this, but I completely forgot it existed, so I forgot to like make an interior for it. Also, it's in like a really funny location. I guess let's get cracking on this one, and this will be the last one of today. It's kind of been like a quieter episode. I'm not really too into the recording mood. It's like Easter, so I'm recording Minecraft gameplay on Easter. What a cool life that is, huh? So this one's kind of interesting. It has a moss floor, and I guess I should do the lore for this this building. So the lore is like, this is like a flower person. I love flowers. I kind of thought, you know, maybe it's like a dryad or something. You know, the people like tied to trees. I guess not really people, but fantasy creatures. That's kind of like the lore, I guess, for this, because the ground is made out of moss. There's plants everywhere, and it's right next to the flower shop. That's like kind of why it's here. I'm gonna start from down here because I can see this a little bit better, and I need a spruce plank to add a block here. So just like the other build, there is a scaffold table and a chair. There's no cup on this one. I apparently did not want to add that detail. And then we've got a lilac and a drip leaf. And I'm looking at my screenshot backwards. It's going this way, but I'm building it this way. So I wonder if this build is built backwards. It's possible. It wouldn't be the first time I've built something backwards. In fact, I think I did that last episode, or the last episode or the episode before. I was complaining about that. I complain about a lot of things. I don't plan these episodes very well. Big drip leaf. Nice. All the ones I put in the flower shop, and by all of the ones, I mean like the 2 that I put in the flower shop were just 1 high. I didn't know you could even stack them like this, but I saw there were taller drip leaves, and I'm like, I wonder how you get that. So I wondered how I got that, and then I did succeed in getting that. Alright, we can go upstairs now and add a little bit more stuff. Before that shulker box despawns, I need to put some stuff down, so I guess we'll start over here. There are no windows on this side because there is a gigantic, it's not really gigantic, but there's a sizable corner bush, which is both 2 corner bushes and a middle bush. So a very threatening edifice of leaves and nature as befitting this build. And we got a couple flower pots. As I said, I don't really have a lot to talk about, so I'm just kind of vibing, just kind of, you know, building in I'm just kind of failing to speak English. That's pretty typical of this series. We've got all the cave colonization memes, the so yeah, the misplaced blocks, and the fact that I can't speak English. Gotta catch them all. Cave colonization memes edition. Put in a rail on this staircase, so there's a whole block here and I can add more moss carpet. There's a balcony on this build. I think the door is here. It's very dark. I will bring light to this. Also, I can put a lantern right here, which is also a lantern above the bed. Yes sir, yes sir. I thought the bed would be on this side. Maybe I just built this house backwards. I think I already said that, but there's a door to the balcony right there. And I should probably... Oops, I just right-clicked near wood logs with my axe. That was almost bad. I'm gonna put the doors in because it'll free up an inventory slot. I think there's a chest here, and then a spruce fence and a flower pot, and what goes in it? Probably this flowering azalea. Flowering azaleas are cool. Right, now I have to like gamble with paintings. So that's always fun. Alright, let's see how long it takes to get the painting I want. That was the painting I wanted. I have really bad reflexes. Okay, there we go. And then there's also one, I believe, right here, which is the other flower painting. That one. Okay, that was some pretty good luck that time. And then outside, there's this little balcony. I think it goes like this, and then like that, and then across here. There should be 5 spruce stairs underneath, so I guess I miscounted spruce stairs as well. That's kind of a bro moment. Oh no, I think I used one here. Yeah, I used one here when I used the slab there last time, so I just put that there. Nice, and then we can add the fence. It goes around like this, as fences typically do. Get rid of these, and the grass block goes here. There's a rose bush on it, and then there's 2 moss carpet that go outside because we cannot have enough moss, and 2 more lanterns. And then I can put the windows in. I kind of need to mine this block to put that in past the rose bush. There's no windows on this side because it looks directly into a wall, and I know in episodes past that hasn't really been a problem. I have some horrendously bad window placements that just stare directly into a wall, but this one like literally does. I can't even go behind the house. That's how close to the wall it is. And then to finish it off, we got those trapdoors. I think that's everything. Yeah, it just stares right into a wall. There's not really a point. And the flower shop is right here. This is a really long vine. I wonder if it's going to start growing glowberries soon. So this house will need to be hooked up to this path. The 3rd floor showcase is next episode, and it might be late depending on how much school delays me. I really don't want it to be late, and I don't really think it's going to be, but it might. And if you're on the Discord server, probably the Sunday before it's meant to come out, I will let you know if it's going to be late or not. But yeah, thank you for watching this episode. I know it's a little bit of a quiet one and not too much has happened, but hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode, which will probably be the most exciting one. Goodbye.